Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a discussion of the semester project for those of you who might have missed when we talked about that in class. So the semester project is an altered book, or some people call it an art journal. I have a couple of examples I want to show you real quick. But basically the idea is that you take a book that already exists in some way, and we are going to recycle that book into an art project. It's something that should take you pretty much the whole semester to work on, and you can work on it a little bit at a time. This is my book, and I've been working on it for a year or so. You can see that what I've done is I've taken a book that already existed, this Half a Life here, and I've added elements from other books that I enjoyed. I've also added things to the back. I've added transparencies and glue and all kinds of things. And then on the inside, I've added things like collage, and I've added paint and drawing with pencil. I've added different layouts. Having trouble turning this the right way. So there are a lot of different things you can do with this project. It really just kind of depends on your imagination and what the theme you choose. So let's look at your Canvas. Here is your Canvas page. Now, this is what you see at the top, and this is of course where you miss a lesson. So that's actually where this recording is located, so surely you found that. Now, down over here it says Semester Project. If we click on that, it's going to go to this page. It's going to have some basic instructions for what to do, as well as a couple of videos that I showed in class of just some ideas and different things that you can do. One of the rules that you're going to have to follow is that your book needs to have a theme. Now, I'll show you again real quick. My book here was a science fiction book. Okay, I love science fiction. I did a lot of science fiction-y pictures inside. Okay, that does not mean that your book has to follow the theme that your actual book was, right? Like, pick a mystery book, you don't have to have a mystery theme. You can have any theme you want. I just happen to do it that way. You can do, like I said here, your themes can be as specific as Pokemon characters, or it can be as broad as, the world we live in, or the concept of anger, or, who knows. You can make this, fashion this to how you want it to work. And you can go in any direction within that theme. I just want you to have a direction. Okay. The other thing that you have to follow is you need to have between 10 and 15 finished pages. You can have more than that, but you can't have less. I used to tell kids that they had to have a finished, complete book. I've changed my mind on that because I feel like people always rush to try to finish it, and it didn't necessarily always look the best. So I'd like you to have this something you could keep working on if you needed to. Some tips that you might want to consider. A lot of times people will glue pages together. So, these books have hundreds of pages in them. You're not going to do hundreds of pages. So it helps to kind of glue a couple together to make something a little stiffer. The problem with that is if you do too many, then your book can start to fall apart. So you want to be real careful with that. A lot of people who do this regularly suggest that you do a combination of maybe glue some pages together, but then remove pages as you go throughout the book. So, go 4 or 5 pages, cut a page out. 4 or 5 pages, cut a page out. You can do that with a ruler, or you can do it with a knife if you're careful. You don't want to cut too many pages if you're using a knife. Sometimes people like to cover their pages with what's called gesso, which is basically a white covering to cover up what's mostly in the background, and so it works to various extents. Or you may decide you don't want to do that and you just want to draw or paint directly on the page itself with the words right in the background. I actually prefer that for me, but again, this is your project. You want to think outside the box, meaning don't just assume that because most people paint in their books that you have to paint in your book. There's a lot of different art styles you can go with. Collage is something people always forget about, but it's perfectly acceptable. There's a lot of different ways to go with this. I just want it to be a creative outlet for you, and I want it to be something you can work on a little bit at a time all week or all semester long, at least once a week, and maybe more if you get finished with your work early. So that is the semester project. It'll be due, like I say, at the end of the semester. Good luck. There are books in the classroom you can choose from. If you don't want to choose one of those, then you are welcome to pick one you have at home as long as your parents are okay with it. Or pick up a quarter book at the thrift store, or sometimes the library has books for a quarter. So you look around, you can find them. All right, that is the semester project. Good luck. Thank you very much.